Right, we're here with Newberry head wrestling coach Jason Valek and Newberry All-American and national semifinalist Huston Evans. First, Coach Valek, talk a little bit about our first day here at Nationals and how we measured up to your expectations coming into the day.
I'd be lying to you if I didn't say our expectations were to send 10 kids here every year and compete for national titles. You know, we have a young group of kids this year led by Huston Evans from Graham, Ohio, and he's done a wonderful job for us leading this young crew, you know, coming off a super region title and things of that nature. So the expectation is always there. There's peaks and valleys in the national tournament, as you can see by watching good kids lose and that you don't think they'll lose and stuff like that. But it happens, you know, but it was a great day for Huston. You know, he came out and wrestled a guy who's a bit of a junker that rolls around a good bit, kept his composure, and got the first period, first win of the day there. And then semifinals, Maryville always does a great job in terms of scouting and preparation, and we were actually joking after the match with their coaches, and they were kind of testing his tempo a little bit and see where we were. So they weren't going to open up and wrestle us till they had to at the end. And I think that stall call there in the middle of the third period made him open up and let Huston get to his offense. Although he'd executed well the first two periods, it wasn't there, and he stayed on his game plan and he got the takedown, get the win.
Huston, talk a little bit about that semifinal match. Two no calls that you didn't get on takedowns that could have been takedowns close to the edge. Was it a little frustrating being so close to getting those takedowns and still being tied?
Yeah, it was frustrating because in my opinion they were takedowns, but you know, I mean, I stayed on my offense the whole time, and I knew eventually he was going to fold and I was going to get a takedown and get to my offense because he wasn't really doing anything besides running away from me the whole time. So I just knew if I stayed on the attack and kept my offense going that I'd get to my takedowns eventually.
And Coach Valek, you used up your one coach's challenge with the number of qualifiers we have on a takedown there. In your mind, it was a takedown. How does that play into the ebbs and flows of a match like that?
You know, it was the third time in that particular match that we felt like Huston had gotten a takedown and it wasn't scored. Two of them there on the line where the toes were dragging. Probably should have challenged that one earlier on in the match, but just felt like that kid was folding a little bit. And then the third one, he covered up the far ankle. You know, you could plainly see it. And it is what it is, you know, but it also gave us some time to regroup and refocus, and that's what we did. Got the escape, and then went on the offense and finished the deal.
What are the nerves like for a coach in a match like that where it's tied 1-1 headed late into the third period?
No nerves. No nerves. The nerves are before the match. Once the match starts, you're in battle, and you don't really think about it too much. You know, you go up and down in terms of excitement and stuff like that. And you feel like when you're coaching a lot of times, and you watch these guys, all these coaches out here giving everything they can, that they feel like they're wrestling too. You know, so you sleep well at night, and you just want what's best for your kid, man. A lot of these people don't understand what these kids do behind the scenes, how much they sacrifice, how much, you know, the kids that are at this level, the lifestyle they're leading, you know, they're consummate student athletes, and they give up a lot for a chance at this, and that can't be said for many sports in terms of encompassing the whole gamut of what they go through. So you want your kid to win, man, and when they win, it's the best feeling in the world, and when they don't, it just rips your guts out.
Huston, what's the best way to describe your emotions heading into the semifinals on Saturday morning?
Well, I'm happy that I got my All-American status. You know, that's just one of the goals I set for myself at the beginning of the year. But my main goal was to win a national title, and that's still what I have my sights set on, and that's what I'm still working to achieve. So that's where I stand with that right now.
What do you look forward to about representing Newberry College as the one guy left in the spotlight in a tough tournament tomorrow?
You know, I just want to show how hard I've been working and how hard my coaching staff's been working too. I mean, they put a lot of time and effort into me, and I just want to give back to them and represent them and the school to the fullest. So,
Coach Valek, with just one match to focus on in the morning, how intense is this compared to other national tournaments we've had? This is probably the smallest our squad's been on Saturday morning. Does that laser focus kick in on a day like this?
You know, we said all year this year was going to be a rebuilding year, and we felt like we had 2 or 3 horses, especially with how young we are and stuff like that. So it doesn't change focus by any means. Like I was saying a minute ago, you want Huston to win, not just for Huston, but for his family. You know, they traveled all the way from Ohio here to watch him. You know, there's a lot of people pulling for him. We've gotten a bunch of texts from back home from people in the Newberry community and campus, and just friends, and it just does a lot for wrestling in the South, which is still trying to find its way a little bit. So hopefully we come out on top and get to put a little suit on tomorrow night and get our 4th national champ.
All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow on Saturday. This has been NewberryWolves.tv from the NCAA Division II National Tournament.